Hello and welcome back to my channel Melodious, and today I am making a new recipe for Tasty Tuesday. And I decided to try this recipe called $1 Million Spaghetti. It looked interesting and actually it's really good. But unlike the crock pot recipes I usually make, this is a little more involved. So I'm like, there's a lot of steps to this thing. Anyway, so I'll just show you the ingredients right now and then we can get right to it. So first thing you need is some spaghetti, and basically one 16-ounce package. You need sour cream, and you need some ricotta cheese, some cream cheese, some mozzarella cheese, and a chopped onion, and 2 jars, these are like 24 ounce each, 2 jars of spaghetti sauce of your choice. It does call for 1.5 pounds of Italian sausage, but I decided to just go with hamburger. This is just a pound package. I'm gonna try it. I think it'll be good enough. And then you need some minced garlic, so I have some right there, and some butter. And then it calls for 3 teaspoons of Italian seasoning. I realized I couldn't find any Italian seasoning, and I have such a little itty bitty bit of oregano, but I'm hoping I can just mix together oregano, parsley, and basil, and then I think it'll be good enough. So I'm kind of improvising right now. So anyway, those are the ingredients, and I will come right back and try to put it together. So I'm back. So I tried to read the recipe a little bit because it's quite a, it's a big recipe to remember all the steps because I've never ever made this before. So anyway, I'm heating up some salted water. You can't see it, it's in this pot here, for the spaghetti. And then in this pan, I just took, it says take 2 tablespoons of oil. I think I have roughly, I eyeballed it, so I have some olive oil in this pan. And then when this heats up a little bit, I'll be putting in the onions and the garlic and just cooking them up a little bit, and then adding the meat, which in my case is the hamburger, but the recipe does call for sausage, so if you want to use sausage, go for it. I just decided to stick with the hamburger. And then it says you add the spices. So they call for 3 teaspoons of the Italian seasoning. So I'm just gonna be sprinkling my seasonings on because like I said, I couldn't find my Italian seasoning, so I figured those will be good enough. So I'll just be sprinkling a bunch on and calling that good. I'm eyeballing a few things just because I don't have exact measurements at the moment. So, and it calls for 4 to 5 garlic cloves minced. So I know that at least in here, in this container I think a teaspoon is a clove. So I'm just gonna squirt out a bunch of it. That's what I typically do. So anyway, I'm just waiting for this to heat up slightly, and then I can dump those in and get something to stir them around with here. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna dump this in now. Pretty good. There's my onion. I'm gonna get these cloves in here. Cloves, yeah, they're cloves, not garlic. Try to use the rest of this up and get you all out. A little bit of this in, a little bit more. I think that's good. It's like garlic, right? And I'm turning the heat down a little bit because it's hurting me. Okay. Stir that around and saute it. Just to get softened, I think, and then I stick the hamburger in there. It smells good though. So I'm just gonna let that cook a little bit. Get ready to put the hamburger. I'm gonna check. I cooked these for a little bit. So I've cooked these for about a few minutes and they're getting more translucent. So I think now I'm going to add the the hamburger in here. Okay. Slice that in here. Gonna put a little, I'm gonna put a little salt and pepper in it. It doesn't call for it, but I think salt and pepper adds. That's just my add-on. I'm gonna add a little bit of pepper to this. You don't have to. You can stick right with the recipe. I will link the recipe in my description box, but that's just what I wanted to do to it. So I'm gonna add that. Now I'm supposed to add to this my seasoning. It says 2 teaspoons of the Italian seasoning, but like I said, I'm just going to sprinkle on some basil. That. Some parsley. If I can get it out. I think it's working. I think it's working. Getting all over, I know that. Okay. And then some of my oregano. I'll have to find some more oregano. I'm just getting this all over the place. I think that's good. Try to get there. There we go. Alright, so got all those lovely seasonings in there. I'm going to mix it up and I'm going to cook this until the meat is all done, and I'll come back. Okay, so I cooked this until it's no longer pink. It's nice and done. It smells amazing. So I'm going to put this on low, I think, so I don't need it to cook anymore. So I believe I'm going to check into it. Now the next step, as I say, just to add the jar of spaghetti sauce, I'm using Ragu Chunky Garden Combination. That's what my family likes. So we're going to dump that right in. So 1 whole jar. And we'll combine it. That's why I want to turn it down. It's bubbling already. Okay. My water's still getting ready to boil, so it's not even ready to cook the spaghetti yet. So I got my sauce done a little bit ahead of time, but that's okay because this bakes anyway, so it will warm up. But I'm going to keep the sauce on low so it doesn't get too cool, so it'll still be warm. Anyway, that is the meat sauce. And so I will be back in just a few minutes with the next step. Okay, so I have the sauce simmering, I have the pasta boiling, and now I'm going to make the filling. And so what that calls for is 1 8-ounce package of cream cheese. Room temperature. I hope it's room temperature enough. I just put it in there. I want to get a little spoon. Hopefully just stir this up with. Okay, and then 1 cup of ricotta or cottage cheese, whatever you want to use. I'm using ricotta. So 1 cup of that. I hope I can mix that cream cheese in. Oh, it's a little bit stiff. 1/4 of a cup of sour cream. And a cup of mozzarella. I'm just going to try to work that in. And then you add your last teaspoon. I think this is when you add your last teaspoon of the Italian seasoning. So I'm just going to sprinkle some stuff on. Use the last of this oregano. I'll have to get more. I can get it all in there. So there's that. Here's some basil. Okay. And some parsley. together, and this will be the filling. Let's see if I can mix it. This cream cheese still a little cold. Hopefully it'll mix okay. It's doing pretty good. Pretty good. Okay, so that will be the filling, and I will come back with the next step. So my spaghetti finally cooked. I drained it, and I put the last jar of spaghetti sauce in it and mixed it, as you can see right here. So you had to put your last jar of sauce in with the spaghetti. So this is how you set it up. So I did spray my pan, because I don't think the butter's there necessarily to prevent sticking. I think it's there for flavor too. So I just did a little bit of pan spray on it, and then I put like 4 little pats of butter on the bottom, and then you're supposed to take half of the spaghetti and you put it in the dish, and this is a 9 by 13. And you're supposed to put half of the spaghetti on here. I don't know how good I am about gauging what a half is. I don't know if I don't know, but I don't know, I'm just gonna try to eyeball it. Okay, I don't know. The rest of it looks like about a half. A little bit more, maybe. Very little more, but okay. So there we go. I suppose that the top is a little bit bigger. It doesn't really matter. Okay, so I spread out my spaghetti, and then you add your filling to it. So I'm going to put my filling carefully on top of the spaghetti. So try to spread it. I don't know, stuff isn't easy to spread. Ooh. Just try to get it all in there, though. Try to spread it, I guess. Let's just try to spread it out. Alright, I think I about spread it as much as I'm going to be able to spread it. Okay, now you have that. Spread it as best you can do. Alright, I need a little paper towel here. Alright, now what you do, let me double check with the recipe. Thought I knew how to do this. Okay, you know how to do it. Okay, and then take the rest of your spaghetti and put it on top of that. I'm going to try to just dump the rest of it as evenly as possible. Okay, it takes care of that. You put it on top. You try to spread it as best you can. It's probably not going to be perfect. I think it looks pretty good. Okay, and then you're supposed to take butter, like 4 more little pats, I guess, and you can put it on top of the spaghetti. I'm going to take very little, just like 1 there, 1 there, 1 there. I'm doing thin ones. I might put 1 just in the middle, so a tiny one in the middle. There we go. And then you put the meat sauce over that. It's going to be scary. I'm going to try it. Okay. I'm just going to fix it once I get it all on there. Let's see here. I'm trying very hard not to make a mess. So hard. Okay. And your oven would be preheated to 350, just so you know. I have already preheated it. So 350 degrees. 350. Okay, so I'm just spreading this to top it off. That looks nice. This is kind of cool. I mean, it wasn't terribly difficult. It's just gotta remember all the steps. I just try to remember to get them all in there. Okay, when we're all done with that, all you do is you top it with mozzarella cheese, which I'm going to do right now. I might add just a touch more than what they call for, just because my family loves cheese. So yeah, you make it a little more cheesy than they probably do. That's okay, right? Okay, thank you. Ta-da, ta-da, ta-da. That's good. All right. And now you put this in a 350-degree oven. They said just still heat through around 35 to 45 minutes. Joe puppy. That's what I'm doing right now. It's heavy. Very heavy. Okay. So I will set that to 30 minutes just to start. And then I will come back with how it looks at the end. So I did it for about 35 minutes and it looks totally done to me. So here's the result. It looks amazing. So I will dish it up and show you what it looks like all plated up. Here is the final result all plated up. It actually is really good. I had a bite of it. I understand why they call it $1 million spaghetti. It's rich and it has a lot of stuff in there. It's really, really good. So I'm very pleased with this recipe. It was not fairly too hard to make. There were some steps, but they were clearly, you know, explained and simple to set up and not long to cook, and very yummy. So serving it with a salad, and there you go. So that concludes my Tasty Tuesday. I will leave a link to this recipe in my description box, so in case you want to try it, feel free. And let me know what you think if you do try it. Alright, thanks so much for watching. Hope everybody has a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys!